don't know me, I'm Abri. No.
What does that mean?
All right. So, reiterating on last week's sermon about, well, not really anything, about how we just spent time with God writing on a piece of paper our story of our life, pretty much like everything we've gone through. And
sorry,
yeah, thank you. So here I have a trash can, and then I'm going to have, you guys all have papers. No, don't freak out, we're not writing our life stories again. We are just going to write a word down that explains something that we are conflicted of, like if you are conflicted of vanity or lust or trust, like if you are hard of trusting someone, I just want you to write it down on that paper.
Do you need pens?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't write any pencil? Yes, about
Yeah.
Yeah, it really just sounds like she's just
Conflicted meaning like something you're like say you're have an attitude or something.
No, like just put one word down that.
Like one word down. Can you help me?
It's a little wild. Tell me one word.
It's one word that explains your life and what you are fearful of. Like if you have fear in your life, something that conflicts you.
One word and how
I mean, you're my brother, so it doesn't really bother me, but that's my thing. Sorry, you guys gotta share your pen. It's one word. So it should be
There's a pencil here.
one word.
Here's a pencil.
So-
M.
Something that conflicted me was I was a thief. I stole things, like I didn't do drugs or I didn't drink. I stole things, and that's what I did for a while. I took everything from stores and stuff. Even when I was with my family, I'd be like, oh, can I go look with Chase at the toys? And then when me and my brother were away, I'd go steal some more stuff. And my brother knew. He just didn't tell because I would steal things from my brother. And so that's what, like, he was like, if you steal from me, I won't tell mom and dad. And I was like, okay. So I stole everything. And then when people found out, because my friends got me involved. And so then when my friends, started knowing how good I got at it, they would start to come to me and ask me if I could steal them things. And then when I moved here, that was a couple of years ago, when I moved here and I started going to church, I was just like, God, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I really don't want to steal anymore. And I would just like to give it up and just move on with my life. And I just felt conflicted of that for a while. So I gave it to the Lord and I felt better. But there was still that little thing in me that was still like bugging at me, and then like the little temptation I still had in me was that I had not told my parents. So about a week ago, from last week's sermon of writing my life story out, I finally got the guts to tell my parents, and I didn't want to tell them at first because I thought they'd be really mad at me, and then I get beaten to death. You'd see me on the news like a little dead child. Yes. But I didn't want to tell them, so I didn't tell them for years what I did. But when I went home from getting saved and going through the service, I took all the stuff that I had stolen, that I had taken with me from Colorado to here. And my mom's like, what are you doing with all your stuff? It's nice stuff. Why are you throwing it away? And I'm like, oh, I just don't want it anymore. I don't need it. So I just went outside and threw it away and prayed over the trash can because I didn't need it anymore because I just didn't feel conflicted. So when I told my parents, they actually just stood there like they were shocked. Like they didn't say anything for once. My parents did not speak back. But I felt better. Like I didn't feel conflicted anymore. I didn't feel that I had that temptation anymore. Because then I knew if the devil tried to tempt me with it, that I didn't have it inside of me anymore, so I could be like, what are you talking about, devil? Like, I defeated you, so I don't need it anymore. So when I told my parents that, I didn't, like, it felt better to tell the truth because I knew they wouldn't be mad at me, but I knew they were going to be disappointed in me because it was bad things that I did. And I felt horrible about it, but I just felt so much better that I opened up and that I opened up with God, so I knew that I wasn't there anymore. So what I want you guys to do, I want you to write that one word down that shows like everything that you guys have been through your life. Like, it can be a couple of words if you want, but it just shows something that you don't want to feel conflicted of anymore, and that you just want to give it to God, and that's your trash, that you just want to take it and just throw it away and be like, I'm done with it. And then just know that inside that you don't have it anymore, and that you can be like, when the devil tries to tempt you, you can just be like, well, devil, you don't need to tempt me anymore because I know it's not there, so you don't have to like, oh my goodness, it is temptation, because you know that you have overcome it. So.
Good odds.
After you guys are done writing your word, I want you guys to come up, and you can rip it or crumple it or do whatever you want, but I just want you to throw away your trash.
Good.